Have you ever had one of those days where everything just feels overwhelming? The kind where you come home and instead of unwinding, you find yourself reaching for that bag of chips or a pint of ice cream. That's emotional eating in action. It's fascinating how food can turn into a source of comfort rather than just fuel for our bodies. In America, we live in a culture where stress is practically a badge of honor. We're constantly juggling work, family, and social obligations. And when the pressure builds up, many of us turn to food for solace. It's easy to see why food is readily available, and it can provide an instant sense of relief. But here's the catch. While that temporary satisfaction might feel good in the moment, it often leads to a cycle of guilt and shame. Emotional eating isn't just about indulging in a treat. It's a coping mechanism that can mask deeper issues. When we use food to deal with stress, we're not addressing the root cause of our emotions. Instead, we're putting a Band-Aid on a wound that needs proper care. Over time, this habit can lead to weight gain, health issues, and even exacerbate feelings of anxiety and depression. Research shows that stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that can increase cravings for high-calorie, sugary foods. It's like our bodies are wired to seek comfort in these foods when we're feeling low. But the irony is that while we think we're soothing ourselves, we might actually be contributing to our own stress levels in the long. Are you in.so? What can we do about it? First, it's essential to recognize when we're eating emotionally. Are you truly hungry, or are you trying to fill an emotional void? Mindfulness can be a powerful tool here. Taking a moment to pause and check in with yourself can help you distinguish between physical hunger and emotional cravings. Finding alternative coping strategies is also crucial. Instead of reaching for that snack, try going for a walk, journaling, or even calling a friend. Engaging in activities that genuinely bring you joy can help shift your focus away from food and towards healthier outlets for your emotions. Ultimately, it's about creating a healthier relationship with food. It's okay to enjoy treats, but they shouldn't be your go-to solution for stress. By understanding the link between stress and emotional eating, we can start to break the cycle and find more constructive ways to cope with life's challenges. Remember, food is meant to nourish us, not to be our emotional crutch. It's not about hunger, it's about escape. We've all been there, a long day at work, feeling overwhelmed, and what do we reach for? Those comforting snacks, cookies, chips, ice cream. It's like a quick fix for stress or boredom. It's not just about satisfying our stomachs. It's about soothing our emotions. Celebrating a win? We reward ourselves with cake. Feeling lonely? We binge watch our favorite show with a tub of popcorn. Those high-sugar, high-carb comfort foods become our go-to coping mechanisms. It's a cycle that's hard to break, but recognizing it is the first step. Stress triggers cortisol, the hormone that sends your body into overdrive. When cortisol spikes, your brain starts craving high-energy foods. Think comfort food. So you eat, and that delicious bite gives you a quick dopamine boost, the pleasure chemical. Your brain connects the dots. Stress leads to food, which leads to relief. Over time, this becomes a habit. Your brain literally trains you to seek comfort in food during stressful moments. It's a cycle that's hard to break, but understanding it is the first step to finding healthier ways to cope. Fast food ads and vending machines are everywhere, making unhealthy comfort food way too easy to grab. With work pressure, financial stress, and those long commutes, it's no wonder we reach for quick fixes. Food advertising pushes this treat-yourself mentality, turning snacks into a reward system. But this convenience comes at a cost. High rates of obesity and diabetes are linked to stress eating. In America, food isn't just fuel, it's therapy in a wrapper, and that's a tough cycle to break. I find myself in this endless cycle. Stress hits, and suddenly, food becomes my comfort. I binge, feeling that temporary relief wash over me. But then, guilt creeps in, and I'm left feeling ashamed. It's like a roller coaster. Stress leads to eating, eating leads to guilt, and the guilt just adds more stress. I know it's not really about the food. It's about the emotions tangled up with it. Each time I think I've broken free, I find myself right back where I started, battling low self-esteem and weight gain. It's exhausting, and I'm ready to break the cycle. I've been thinking a lot about how our choices impact our health, especially when it comes to skipping exercise and late-night snacking. It's so easy to fall into that cycle, isn't it? You skip the gym because you're tired, then you find yourself raiding the fridge at midnight, reaching for those leftover pizza slices or a pint of ice cream. It feels comforting in the moment, but it's a slippery slope that let's talk about the health risks. When we neglect our physical activity and indulge in unhealthy eating, we're not just putting on a few extra pounds. We're opening the door to serious issues like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Obesity isn't just a number on a scale. It's a gateway to a host of health problems. The more weight we carry, the harder our bodies have to work, and that can lead to insulin resistance, which is a precursor to diabetes. Heart disease, it's one of the leading causes of death, and it's often tied to our lifestyle choices. But it's not just our physical health that suffers. There's a huge emotional toll that comes with these habits. Guilt creeps in when we skip workouts or overindulge at night. That guilt can spiral into anxiety, making us feel like we're constantly battling ourselves. And then there's depression, which can be exacerbated by poor health choices. It's a vicious cycle. We eat poorly, feel bad about it, and then eat more to cope with those feelings. For some, this can lead to binge eating disorder. It starts innocently enough. Maybe we eat when we're bored or stressed, but soon, emotional eating can become uncontrollable. It's not just about hunger anymore. It's about using food as a way to escape or numb feelings. The shame that follows can be overwhelming, creating a cycle that feels impossible to break. That we need to recognize these patterns and understand that our choices matter. It's not just about looking good. It's about feeling good inside and out. Finding healthier ways to cope with stress, like going for a walk or talking to a friend, can make a world of difference. It's about balance, not perfection. So, the next time you're tempted to skip that workout or indulge in late-night snacks, think about how it might affect not just your body, but your mind as well. Making small, positive changes can lead to a healthier, happier life. It's all connected, and we have the power to change the narrative. When life gets overwhelming, it's easy to turn to food for comfort. But what if we could find healthier ways to cope? Let's explore some alternatives that not only nourish our bodies, but also support our mental well-being. First, consider journaling. Taking a few moments to write down your thoughts can be incredibly therapeutic. It helps you process emotions and gain clarity. You might be surprised at how much lighter you feel after putting pen to paper. Another great option is reaching out to a friend. A simple phone call can work wonders. Sharing what you're going through can lighten the load and remind you that you're not alone. Sometimes just hearing a friendly voice can shift your perspective. Going for a walk is another fantastic way to cope. It's amazing what a little fresh air and movement can do for your mood. As you walk, take in your surroundings, breathe deeply, and let your mind wander. It's a great way to clear your head and find some peace. Now, let's talk about mindful eating. Before you dive into a snack, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, am I hungry or am I stressed? This simple question can help you differentiate between physical hunger and emotional cravings. If you're not truly hungry, consider alternatives like exercise, journaling, or meditation. These activities can provide the comfort you seek without relying solely on food. When you do choose to eat, opt for healthier snacks. Think about nuts, fresh fruit, or a refreshing glass of water. These choices not only fuel your body, but also help you feel good about what you're consuming. And remember, mindful eating is all about slowing down. Savor each bite, appreciate the flavors, and let go of any guilt associated with eating. Food can be a source of joy, but it shouldn't be the only way we handle our emotions. If you find yourself struggling, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Therapists and nutritionists can provide valuable guidance tailored to your needs. They can help you develop healthier coping strategies and create a balanced relationship with food in the end, it's about finding joy in food without letting it be the sole outlet for our feelings. Embrace these healthier coping mechanisms, and you'll discover a more fulfilling way to navigate life's challenges. Food has this incredible power to bring us together. Think about it. Family dinners, friends cooking side by side, laughter echoing in the kitchen. These moments are more than just meals. They're a celebration of connection, culture, and community. When we gather around a table, we're not just sharing food. We're sharing stories, traditions, and experiences that shape who we are. But let's take a moment to reframe how we view food. Often, we think of it as comfort, a way to soothe our emotions. While there's nothing wrong with enjoying a favorite dish, it's essential to recognize food as nourishment, fuel for our bodies and minds. When we shift our perspective, we start to see food as a source of energy, vitality, and health. Balanced meals are key. They're not just about filling our plates. They're about making choices that support our well-being. Think colorful vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins. Each ingredient plays a role in keeping us healthy and energized. When we cook together, we can explore new recipes, experiment with flavors, and learn about the nutritional value of what we're preparing. It's a chance to educate ourselves and each other, turning cooking into a fun and enriching experience. Celebrating with food doesn't have to mean relying on it emotionally. Instead, we can create rituals around meals that honor our relationships and cultures. Imagine a potluck where everyone brings a dish that tells a story. Maybe a family recipe passed down through generations or a new creation inspired by a recent trip. These gatherings become a tapestry of flavors and memories, reinforcing the bonds we share. Let's embrace food as a way to connect, not just with each other, but with our own bodies. When we nourish ourselves mindfully, we cultivate a healthier relationship with food. We can enjoy the flavors, appreciate the textures, and celebrate the act of cooking without letting it become a crutch for our emotions. So, the next time you sit down for a meal, take a moment to reflect. What does this food mean to you? How does it connect you to your loved ones? Let's celebrate the joy of cooking and sharing meals, transforming our approach to food into one of nourishment and connection. Emotional eating often sneaks up on us, especially when stress hits hard. It's easy to reach for that bag of chips or a pint of ice cream, thinking it'll make us feel better. But let's take a moment to reflect. Food can provide comfort, but it's really just a temporary fix. The real challenge lies in confronting the stress that drives us to snack mindlessly. Next time you find yourself craving that late-night snack, pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I truly hungry, or am I just trying to soothe my emotions? Recognizing this difference is key. It's not about eliminating snacks from your life. It's about making conscious choices that nourish both your body and mind. Remember, food is fuel. It's meant to energize us, not to mask our feelings. Stress is temporary, but the habits we form can last a lifetime. By taking control of our choices, we can start living healthier, both inside and out. So, let's embrace that power and choose wisely. You've got this.